morning, everyone. Welcome to another inspiring edition of the GIIS Distinguished Alumni Series, the show where our very own stars return to the spotlight. These are people who once wore the same uniform, walked through the same corridors, and maybe even got scolded by the same teachers. And today, they're making waves in the big world. We have with us someone who has turned ideas into companies, dreams into ventures, and classrooms into launch pads. From his GIIS days to founding startups and creating impact, his journey is a true example of perseverance, vision, and hustle. So, GIIS family, let's make some noise and welcome back our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Arnav Kumar.
Hello, everyone. This is quite incredible. Just to kind of share with you a little bit, when I joined GIIS, well, it was called BIS at the time. It was a very, very small campus in Mount Sophia. And I think there were hardly like 20 students in my class at the time. So I wasn't really expecting it to be such a big event and crowd here today. And I'm quite impressed with the whole school and the campus. Thank you all for having me here today.
So, Mr. Arnav, welcome back. So, you've come a full circle from sitting here as a student to sitting here as a role model for all of us. It must feel surreal. How does it feel like coming back, not with a timetable, but with stories and lessons to share?
Quite overwhelming, honestly, because like so far I've always thought of my days over here from the perspective of being a student. So I'd never thought about like what it would be like to come back and share stories. And I think I'm feeling a little bit old today. Uh, and I hope that some of the things that I share might be useful or valuable in some shape or form.
That's lovely. So every alumni that comes back to our school, they have that one memory to share. It may be their favorite teacher. It might be a funny incident or even a scolding from a teacher. So what's that one memory that you can think of that instantly takes you back to your GIS days?
I mean, there's so many. One that I don't know if Shrida ma'am would know, but I quite fondly recollect right now is during our 11th and 12th, we were running a secret counterfeiting operation for canteen tickets. And I don't know if any of the teachers found out, but it was a massive operation. Our whole class would get involved in cutting up coupons and distributing them so we could all get free samosa chaats. And I think that is probably the start of my personal entrepreneurial journey. And I'm sorry for setting maybe a bad example here, but those are the fun memories that you kind of remember, the naughtiness that you kind of get away with.
Thank you for sharing that. A lot of our students here wonder if our everyday experiences like projects, experiments, do they really impact us in the big world? You're a living example that they do. So, can you share how these experiences shaped your journey from the GIS corridors to living in the big world?
I think if I look back, like in GIS, maybe 11th or 12th grade, I don't remember which one, Gitanjali ma'am at the time had organized this business plan competition with SICCI. I think that was there was some kind of a competition. And I remember participating in that with my still best friend. And we just submitted an entry for like an idea. And we didn't win the competition, but I think we got like a merit award or something. And that was the first time I thought, wow, this is cool. Like, you can come up with ideas and figure out, come around a plan for doing them, and people give you money. That's that's great. So let's do more of that. So I think that's how the kind of projects end up shaping you in little ways. You don't even know it at the time.
That's really inspiring. So, I'm sure it wasn't all smooth sailing. Every entrepreneur has those moments where everything just feels impossible. What was one of those moments for you? And on the flip side, what's something that came surprisingly easy for you?
I think as an entrepreneur, there's many challenges, uh, and and they're there all the time. Some are about money, some are about people, some are about customers, just all sorts of things. So you kind of just have to believe that it's going to work out and keep working through things until something, takes shape. On the flip side, what you see is that when you're working on something that's meaningful, inspiring, you'll find a lot of help along the way. And that comes, the bigger it is, the more easy the help comes by. Because it inspires people, it excites them, and then they want to be a part of the journey in some shape or form. So that is the one thing that I think most people don't realize, that how much help comes along the way, and how easily and how much people are willing to help. So that's something surprising.
That's so nice to hear. So we've talked about school, but we all know that parents are a huge influence. Sometimes they're mentors, and sometimes they're our biggest cheerleaders. What was it like for you?
I was quite naughty during my 11th and 12th. Um, I was very stubborn, rebellious, I would think, to an extent. But my parents put up with it. I don't think they ever pressured me to study hard or do well or any of that. They were just like, you know, they were very, like, almost like friends since I was in high school. So I'm very fortunate for that. And I still go to them for advice on every major decision that I make. So I have a very nice relationship with my parents, and I'm very thankful about that.
That's really nice to hear. So we can't let you go without talking about your teachers. Every student has that one teacher who just altered their world or scare them a little bit. Sometimes it's both. So do you have any experiences that come to your mind?
So many. I think, like, very early on uh, in school, I think it was Swati ma'am at the time. She was the geography teacher, and I think that was like the first time someone encouraged asking questions, and that felt good. Like, it was like, oh yeah, if you don't understand something, just ask a question, and that's okay. And I think towards my later years at the school, it was all the teachers, like even Deepa ma'am, kind of just letting us get away with stuff, right? Uh, that was pretty cool. Like, you could be a little bit mischievous, like run fraud operations inside the school and not get kicked out. And I think that inspired a little bit of the risk taking that comes later on, of saying, okay, let's try it, let's see, and see what happens. Like, I think those were quite formative. So I appreciate that leeway that I got at the time.
Maybe we shouldn't have leaked the fraud operations part.
Are you guys still running it?
No. So, this is the beauty of the alumni stories. They remind us that school isn't just academics, it's a launch pad. On that note, Mr. Arnav has prepared something really special for us all, his 3 life hacks from GIIS to global. Think of it as a survival kit for anyone here dreaming big.
I don't think people talk about this enough, especially in the Singapore context, right? Like our own school over here, great founder. I think, if you realize the journey of like where it started, and maybe you guys have only seen it in this shape and form, but for me to see, to compare it to like our old campus in Mount Sophia to right now, that's an incredible journey. So if there's someone, you guys should look up to and talk to about how to build a business, it's probably Atul. And probably Arjun. They would know the whole journey, and it's quite incredible. So that's definitely, you guys, someone you should look up to. But in addition to that, what I wanted to share is, like, if you look at these companies, these are all billion-dollar companies out of Singapore. One championship, I hope you guys know, it's the sports entertainment company for fighting, Love Bonito. It's a retail chain. Razer, it's a gaming company. All of these are started by people who are just following what they are really interested in, right? So the founder here is like really into Muay Thai. So he was like, cool, let me build something around that. Very successful venture. These girls from Love Bonito started with a blog shop selling secondhand clothes, and have now gone on to create this really massive retail empire out of Singapore. There's 27 stores over there. And if you look at Razer, those guys just wanted to build a gaming mouse because they wanted to have fun with that. So I know that most common advice is to study hard and do well, and there's one way to get there, but that's just not true, at least in my experience. I think it's important to explore your interests, be clear like what you like, and just double down on that as much as possible, because if you're the best at something, it's going to eventually work out. So that's life hack number 1. This one, I think, is very, very subtle and obvious in hindsight, but you'll find that the more kind you are, the more generous you are, the more you help people, the more it comes back. So very surprising things, like when I was doing my first startup, which didn't work out, I had a close friend who was also starting another company, and I was a huge advocate and for their, whatever they were doing at the time. And I remember when it didn't work out and I had to shut it down, he was the guy who basically helped us get our first client for the second company that I started, which went on to do pretty well. So it's about building on those relationships, right? I played cricket with a bunch of bankers when I was 21 years or 22 years old. I threw a phenomenal bachelor party for them. And I think that led into the first round of investment that I raised for my second company. So these are like, kindness goes a long way. You have to be nice to everybody you interact with, and it always, always comes back. I think that's a really good life hack to keep in mind. And then the last one is, nothing goes up in a straight line. So you might experience a high, and then it might come down from it. And then you might get again another high, and you might come down. So as long as you keep picking yourself up, I think that goes a long way. And what you'll find is you'll always end up a little bit higher the next time because of the things that you have learned along the way. So an example of that would be in my first company, I remember making maybe $40,000 or something like that in revenue in a year. We were barely able to eat anything, very, very poor. Had to shut down after a grind of 3 years. It was very painful. And immediately after that, in the second company, we did over $1 million in revenue in 1 year. And this was hard-learned lessons. And then another time, like my last company, it failed maybe in 2020 or 21. And I had raised money, venture capital for that. And like we had a team, customers, all of that. And then it didn't work out. And immediately after that, I found myself working at like the Sovereign Wealth Fund over here as a part of their team, trying to build companies for that at a much, much bigger scale, right? So you'll find that as you take more risk and you try more things, you end up kind of learning more along the way, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. It's just you keep going and you end up slightly higher every time. So that's a pretty important life hack. Just pick yourself back up again. And I think those are the 3.
So, Mr. Arnav, you've given us wisdom, but here at GIIS, we like to have some fun. So, welcome to our very own GIIS Unplugged. So, here's how it works. Here on the bowl, we have a few quirky questions. You'll get to pick it up, read it out, and answer it. For every great answer, you get another chocolate into your hamper. And for every question you dodge or you give a meh answer, the teachers will give you a fun dare and you'll have to do it.
Oh my God.
And and the audience decides how great your answers are by the loudness of their applause.
Oh my God. Okay, this is scary, guys. Be nice, please.
So, sir, are you ready?
Sure.
Audience, are you ready? Let's get started.
What's one thing you did in school that you never got caught for until now? I think I shared this story already, right? I think I did.
I think that deserves a good round of applause. This one's interesting. You're given 30 seconds to convince aliens why humans invented exams. What would you say? 30 seconds.
Just to make it easier to judge people, I suppose. I have no idea why they exist. I never did particularly well in exams. So I'm baffled. Aliens, please ban all exams. They are completely irrelevant. We don't need them.
I think they like that one.
If you were principal for a day, what's one wild rule you'd introduce? I'd remove school uniforms, seriously. Sure.
I think we got a lot of chocolates already.
If your school life had a background soundtrack, which random sound effect would keep playing? What's that song? Like the one with where the Vietnam soldiers are rescued? Like, I think that's how it'll go. I'm sorry.
I have no idea what that is, but we'll take it. I think we'll give it a
Answer
day.
wasn't okay. We'll give a day.
Please be nice.
Want to sing a song?
Oh,
Just
no,
for the
no.
background?
Everyone will run away.
Guys, do we want to hear a song or not?
No, you don't.
So just 2 lines of any song.
Can't think of any. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. I don't remember the rest of it.
I think we have time for a few more questions, sir, if you could.
Okay. Guys, I'm really not sure how I'm doing right now, so, you know. It's the same question.
Oh.
Have you ever cheated in your exams? Yes. Of course. Who hasn't? Like.
I think Mr. Arnav's leaking a lot of things today. Maybe he shouldn't be. Okay, so I think we have time for one more.
One more? Okay.
Last one.
Have you ever not finished lunch at school or fed lunch to the dustbin? Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arnav, for playing along. You've officially survived GIIS Unplugged. So, Mr. Arnav, we've seen the serious side of you, we've heard your life hacks, and we've played GIIS Unplugged. But there's one more challenge waiting for you today. Because here at GIIS, we believe that ideas don't just belong in classrooms, they belong on the big stage. So welcome to our very own Pitch Perfect at GIIS. So we're going to have a few products in front of you, and you're going to pick one of them. And we're going to have 2 volunteers come up and convince you that this product is the next billion-dollar idea. It's products that have never been seen before. So you can play the shark, you can either nod along, you can ask them questions, or you can have a complete poker face.
Okay.
Can we get started? You can pick any one of the products.
All right. Start with this.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Okay. Anyone volunteers to pitch? Anyone? Okay, we need hands up. We need hands up. Okay, I see 2 hands in the front. Can we come up?
Okay, so I'm Sonakshi from IBA 1D.
And I'm Ashmita from IBA 1D. Today, we're here to pitch a new type of headphones, pulse head. So, okay, here's the problem. So, headphones either have full noise cancellation or full transparency mode. So, when you're using noise cancellation, it cancels every sound around you. This might be useful while studying or working, but what if you're jogging around traffic or maybe like waiting for the train or someone calls you? You miss out. And sometimes it could be unsafe. So,
So, yeah, dual.
okay, so we have developed a new type of technology. It's called dual mode technology. So this fuses noise cancellation and full transparency. So you're aware at the same time while listening. It's like being in your zone while being connected to the outer world. So this doesn't force you to pick between full transparency and noise cancellation.
Yeah, so our target market would be commuters, young professionals, and students, or anyone who needs to multitask and needs both productivity and safety at the same time. So we want to create this as a lifestyle product. Our marketing strategy would be simple. So we would go online, create a buzz with social media and tech reviewers, and maybe partner with study productivity communities and fitness communities. And as far as pricing, we want the pricing to be not too expensive. We want it to be around the mid premium range. So, since our target market is young professionals, our main goal would be to make it affordable to them. So, we want it to be aspirational but still kind of accessible. So, basically, our main goal would be to create a community of users who swear by safety and focus. So, yeah, that's what we want Pulsehead to be. We want Pulsehead to provide productivity and safety at the same time. We want to blend both features of noise cancellation and transparency mode and create a headphone that is useful to the natural world, useful to real life situations.
So with your help, we can turn this idea into a reality. We can like transform the way people experience sound safely and smartly.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, so question. How would this be different from, just say, AirPods, for example? Or
Okay, so
Yes, sir. So as we mentioned that AirPods or like Sony headphones, they have separate features. So they have like transparency mode and noise cancellation mode. But our main aim is to blend the two features because, for example, in real life situations where you want to focus, but for example, you're jogging or walking, and you need to focus, but at the same time you need to hear important sounds like traffic horns or like signals and all that. So for that you need to blend both features in. So I feel like our pulse head needs to blend both features in, and we'll blend both features in and introduce a headphone that is useful in, as I said, in real life natural situations.
I don't know if that's true. I think AirPods have the adaptive feature. I'll give you an example. Okay, so what you want to do is try to think of something that is slightly different. Like that's the most important thing. So immediately looking at this, maybe you have free headphones by Spotify that come with your subscription, and that would kind of help them get distribution.
So, but like, as I said, like these, like the two modes, they have different modes. So it's like either it's completely noise cancelling or it's completely transparent. So we want to create something that is in between.
you can hear like important noises, like someone calls you, or maybe like traffic horns, but not like
So we want to prioritize
Guys,
safety. So we
please.
want to create a consumer base that needs safety and prioritizes safety and yeah. So
I'm not convinced. I'm sorry.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Guys, it is not easy to raise money. It is not easy to build a business. You are going to hear lots of no's, lots of rejections. This is normal. And that's okay. Like, there's ways to improve and come up with better ideas. So let's keep going.
I think we can choose the next product. We have 2 more. Okay, we have a Rubik's Cube. Who wants to go up?
Okay. Firstly, good morning, sir. So,
Face
I am
the audience.
Ajinkya from IB 1D,
And I'm Nandini from IBR 1E.
and we are here to pitch the Rubik's Cube. So this is what we've come up with. It looks simple, right? Well, this is the Rubik's Cube, and we have designed it in a way to make people think differently.
And
I'm curious. Let's go.
you may be wondering why we have 6 sides, but not every problem can be solved in just one way. You need to look at it from different angles and different perspectives, which is why we chose 6, because it's challenging but not impossible.
And the colors, they're not just for decoration. They make your brain recognize patterns. So while you're playing, you're actually training your memorization and logic without even realizing it.
So basically, it's like something you can fiddle with. It's a puzzle, but it's also a stress buster. And to give you guys all a real life example as to why this is the product, I think we all want to look cool in front of our friends, colleagues, work friends, anybody actually. At least I know I do, and sometimes I don't end up looking as cool as I'd hope. But with this Rubik's Cube, just solve the side that's easiest. Show it off. People only believe what they see. So no one's going to care about the other 5 sides anyways.
We want to sell this Rubik's Cube for around $5 because we believe that is an affordable price which allows us to make good profit from the Rubik's Cube. You might think $5 might be a bit too high, but with the quality this provides and the impact on your daily life, we think it is quite a reasonable price. What we want from you is an investment in our product to help us to make it available to every single person in the audience. So please invest in us and help us to make this Rubik's Cube not just a mere toy, but a mega tool in logic, and improving your logic and improving your problem solving skills. Thank you.
Sir, please say yes.
Well, okay, so let's think about how you can sell this Rubik's Cube, right? It's a common product. Everybody has it. Everyone's seen it before, right? So now if you actually want to build a business around it, let's assume it's for real. How would you go about doing that?
So I think like in this way, we've kind of created this. In this scenario, this cube doesn't exist. That's basically how we're.
I'm asking you to think about it a little differently. Let's come into reality because you can build a business around this Rubik's Cube. So how would you do it? I think it's not just about the product. Your business can be built on distribution, for example. And one way, like, that immediately comes to my mind over here, we know Rubik's Cubes exist, but there's 6 services. And they can be given for free to people. But those 6 surfaces can have things written on them, sponsored by different people. And you can create a little kind of value prop around that, right? So maybe it's a new marketing surface that can be given through gift sponsorships on corporate events. So what you want to do is try to think about how to use something in a different way, in a new way. And that you will usually lead to new business models that are interesting, that haven't been done, that are worth trying and testing. So look for things that make sense but don't exist yet. And then see if they work or not, right? So that would be my advice over here. And same for the headphones, right? They exist, but that doesn't mean every headphone business has already been built. Some can be focused on design, some can be focused on distribution, some can be focused on pricing. So there's many elements to go after, but the core thing is always it's got to be different in some shape or form and create value for people in a way that hasn't been done before. Because otherwise nobody buys your product and then your company doesn't work.
I think that was wonderful advice. So invest or pass?
I would pass, sorry.
That was a wonderful attempt, though. Thank you so much. You guys also have chocolates. Okay, we have one more product. Who'd like to pitch the keychain? The keychain.
Who's confident they have something new and different in their heads?
Okay, we'll get people from the front again.
I don't want to hear a pitch that nobody's buying.
Come on up. Let's give them a huge round of applause.
Okay, so first of all, I want to introduce you to this new type of keychain. It's magnetic, it's wireless, and it's portable. Look at the size of it. It's so convenient, you can take it anywhere.
It's basically a charger for your phone. You can, attach it. Okay, so there'll be a magnetic phone case. You can attach this keychain to the back of the phone case, and then it'll charge your phone. So it's convenient, it's stylish. You can take it literally everywhere, and you won't forget it. So in the most how many times have you guys been in a situation where, you have to make a phone call because you're going home really late, and it's like at 1%, and your mom's going to scold you?
Your mom's going to kill you if your
Yeah,
phone's at
so you
1%.
can use this immediately to charge your phone.
There you go.
I think
Yeah, and
And also, we haven't mentioned that it comes with a magnetic phone case. So
yeah, the company provides a magnetic phone
the
case.
price is included with the phone case.
Yeah.
Yes. This sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See, when you're pitching, you don't have to be telling the truth.
Thank you so much for playing along, and congratulations. I think we have another chocolate box for you too. Let's give them a huge round of applause. So that was really fun. Arnav, thank you so much for being a sport. Who knows, maybe the next company of the year might have just pitched that idea to you.
Oh, for sure.
So thank you so much for coming, and you've really, I believe, reconnected with GIIS, showing us you never truly leave. You're always here. There's a part of you that's always here.
Absolutely. This has been so fun. Thank you so much for having me.
So to celebrate your return, may I invite our senior principal, Miss Melissa, to present you with a GIIS hamper.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys. I hope you had fun, and yeah, just keep doing what you feel like doing, and it always works out.
Can we have all the Pitch Perfect participants come on up for a quick photo?